Studio.
Thank you very much, Davis Mberia, who was at Buruburu Girls yesterday. Remember, they are the 2019 champions of the nation when you talk about basketball. But for a very long time, they have not won the national title. They want to reclaim it next year. That is why they put in mechanisms to make sure that probably everything sails through so that they can win it next year. So now, I want us to get into Football Kenya Federation Premier League, a number of matches that have been lined up for the weekend. But remember, the big one of the weekend probably will be Ulinzi taking on Shabana. Shabana will be playing their first match of the season tomorrow against Ulinzi at the Ulinzi complex. But before we get into that, last week, Kariobangi Sharks got a 3-2 win against Tusker FC. And the talk, or rather the talk in town, was about Kariobangi Sharks. And Davis Mberia also managed to go to camp to see what Kariobangi Sharks are doing different that is siring results for them. And this is what he filed.
A very good afternoon. Yes, we are at Utali Sports Club where Kariobangi Sharks are actually sharpening their arsenal ahead of the weekend fixture where they face Murang'a still in the FKF Premier League. This is their third game. They have won one game that was played last weekend at Dandora Stadium, winning 3-2. Their opening match of the season, they went in a 0-0 draw against KCB. I'll be talking to some of the players and the technical bench led by head coach William Muluya, just to share with us where they are working on right now, just to improve and make sure they bag their second win. I'll start with the captain just to explain to us how has the season been so far. They played 2 games and what are they working on to see they actually walk away with 3 points come this weekend. Welcome on KTN, captain. Just introduce yourself and talk to us. How is the training so far?
Kwa majina naitwa Luke Kelvin, captain Kariobangi Sharks. So far tumeanza ligi poa, tulianza na draw tukakuja win. So tuna hope tunaendelea tu baka ligi ishe. Moral, vijana wako na moral kutokea tizi, vijana wajituma. Tujaachilia madefender, tujaachilia midfielder. So imekuwa tu poa, tuna hope tu hapo mbele itaendelea hivyo vile Maka alituacha.
Of course, when you compare your opening season this time round and last season, what are maybe the difference that comes in because you've been with the team?
Siku zote tumeanza poa, but inafika mahali tunalegeza kidogo, but this time hatuachili. Pia sisi tunataka compete.
Against Murang'a still, what are the stakes? What can we expect? Because it will not be a walk in the park.
Hiyo game tutaenda tu ku approach kama game nyingine. Hatuwezi enda na mentality ya ati wale nani. Sisi tunaenda sisi Kariobangi Sharks. Mimi feel tu ma fans watoke. Hiyo game tutaweka boli yetu chini, sisi tucheze, hata cheza boli ya mtu mwingine. Juu mimi feel hiyo ndo philosophy ya Sharks, kuweka ball chini tucheze. Result itakam.
Thank you so much and all the best.
Asante.
I'll also be speaking to one man who has been instrumental in the club, making sure his boys are winning and going into every fixture with a positive mind. That is none other than head coach William Muluya. Coach, welcome on KTN. How's the training and how are the boys doing?
So good, especially after a good win against Tusker. It was a well-fought effort, especially in the second half. Sometimes what a good win brings is it brings a good aura to the training. They're psyched up, already done with what we had over the weekend. Actually, we need to be even much better against Murang'a still.
You've already played 2 games on cards, won 1 and made a draw in 1 and opening game against KCB. How can you so far term your opening matches?
It's a tough league, very tough league, very tough league. You can all see the results. You can see Posta FC, Posta winning. Posta FC had won the first game against Madare. We drew against KCB. KCB went and won on Murang'a Seal. Tusker won against Sofapaka. Tusker came to us and again we won 3-2. It will be a very tough league. Everyone has tightened up the belt. I think the subsequent years that I've been observing this league, you cannot really tell. Of course, we have the Gor Mahia who normally shows up with a lot of experience, with the 12th man behind it. and again it comes up and of course walks over us. But I'm seeing a season whereby no match will be an easy. Every match will be a final for every team.
Your squad has been touted as the best because there have been smooth transition of your players from the youth team. Talk about some of the key players you've signed this season from the youth team. That is Humphrey Aroko, who has played key role in Highway winning the national school games title. How is that so possible and looks so easy on your side?
Giving them a platform. Aroko has been around since the age of 14, since the age of 10, 11, 12. So it is what philosophy you preach into those kids. And I think if you look at our senior team, we possess 19 players who have passed through our youth team. And that is what I'm talking about, the continuity. The moment you have something that is ongoing and there's a lot of consistency and continuity in it, then eventually it pays off. So not only Aroko, we have Zablon Kutera, we have Chicha, who was the top scorer for the youth team last time. All these, Ian Karani, Stephen Mbulere, they all feature in our youth team. And that is the way to go. So we want to be that team that any other person who has a good player outside there and he believes he needs a platform for him to show up, we are ready to risk and give him a platform at Kariobangi Sharks. We welcome any other better talent that is around there, because not all the clubs are going to take the young risk and take the younger players. A fresh person from high school and feature him into the the KPL. But if you're not that Kariobangi Shark that is going to be giving platform to the 15, 16-year-old, then which club will do it? So we are ready to risk and we are there for it.
That means the young talented players who are in the clubs that are featuring the top tier don't have a chance, because this season you've not signed anyone from the top tier clubs.
And I don't think we will be going to get any other players from the top tiers. We want to set it that, of course we will. Sometimes you need that experience, like we did with Makwata, and he came in and did a lot of rescue to the team. But again, I repeat, we will be that club that we are going to risk to give the 15, the 16, the 17-year-old a chance to future into the league. Yes.
This season, what are the stakes, coach? Because it has been a moment since we saw you in the continental football, and the title has been so elusive for the longest time.
Let me tell you, better play, better performance. I want to see a season that I can have a team that can, of course we do good football, but I cannot just wake up and say that we want to win the league. There's a lot of stake for you to win the league, and it starts with the resources you have at hand. And then when I say the resources, you might be having the talent, but what are the motivational factors behind it? And you have seen it, the Gore, the Tusker doing it is because of the experience. I'm looking to a way whereby I'll have a team that will be able to compete into this league, but I cannot promise to win the league. Yes.
Thank you so much to all your fans, coach. What can you assure them maybe this weekend against Murang'a Seal?
Give us more support. We also want to promise that we will be that side that we will try to string a performance that will be consistent to be good to your eyes. So we want to make your emotions basically be expressed in a positive way. Yes.
Thank you so much and all the best, coach.
Thank you.
That was William Muluya, the head coach of Kariobangi Sharks, just sharing with us. He says they are ready and positive heading into that fixture, and they'll be going for none other than a win against Murang'a Seal this weekend. Remember, Kariobangi Sharks have actually boosted their squad by acquiring 9 signings this season, including Humphrey Aroko, who is actually transitioning from the youth team. Remember, Humphrey Aroko is one of the talents that actually helped Highway High School to become or emerge the national boys football champions after winning the title in the national school games that were held in Kisii County. Other players who are actually transitioning from the youth team include Zablon Taylor and Evans actually Ocheng. Another player who is coming in from the school games is actually Kevin Musambai, who is a student and a player of St. Anthony Boys football team. So that makes it one of the clubs that are believing in the young, talented boys to come on board and help the club in winning the title. From the National Super League, Kariobangi Sharks actually went for the best players, including Brian Odhiambo, who is the goalkeeper. Other players include Ali Salu. Ali Salu is one of the key players. Remember, last weekend he helped Kariobangi Sharks in bagging their 3-2 win, netting conceding 2 goals. Remember, Kariobangi Sharks will not be aiming just for the title. They will also be aiming to return to the continental football. The last time they were in the continental football was the season of 2018-2019. And all eyes will be on head coach William Muluya to steer his boys on winning every weekend's fixture that comes their way. Back to you in studio.
You're watching Scoreline, brought to you by 1xBet.
Welcome to the